Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. In our Linux tutorial series today, we would be talking about shell scripting. So today's session is just an overview of what is shell scripting. We would be coming up with more videos on this and covering advanced topics of shell scripting too. So this is what we are going to cover. Recap of what is a shell. So we had done a session on shell which covers the basics of what is shells, what types of shells we have. The video of that link is also present in our description, so please refer to that video for your quick reference. What is a shell script? Advantages and disadvantages of using shell scripting, creating and executing a shell script, and then quick practicals. Okay, so quick recap on shell. What is a shell? So basically, a shell is a program which acts as an interpreter between the kernel and the user. So whatever command the user gives, the shell would act as an interpreter and give that command to the kernel, and you would get the response back through the same route. It's an environment which helps user execute various tasks and view its result on the screen. So these are the types of shells: sh, bash, csh, and ksh. Okay. For shell scripting, sh and bash are the most commonly used shells. Okay. Now, what is a shell script? So usually shells are interactive. That means they accept command as input from users and execute them. So you can say that shell script is a program designed to execute a single command or a set of commands or a functions by a Linux shell. However, sometimes we want to execute a bunch of commands routinely. So we have to type in all the commands each time in the terminal. A shell can also take commands as an input from file. We can write these commands in a file and execute them in the shell whenever we require to do that repetitive task. So basically, these files are called shell scripts or a shell programs. In simple terms, shell scripts are similar to the batch file we create in MS-DOS. Uh, and in typical scenario, each shell script would be saved as a .sh extension just to identify that it's a shell script. Typical operations that would be performed by shell scripts include file manipulation, any program execution, or any printing of text. Okay. Now, what are the advantages and disadvantages of shell scripting? Okay. Advantages: it helps you to automate your daily task. For example, as an administrator, if you want to run certain backups or say certain maintenance command, you would put them in a shell script which would help you to automate that daily task. Commands and syntax are basically pretty much similar to what we use in the CLI. So nothing special we need to learn to get those commands into that shell scripts. And it also helps us run sequence of commands as a single command. So you can group all the commands and run as a single command. Now there are some disadvantages as well. First is prone to errors. So a single mistake can change the command and might lead to a very bad situation or a harmful situation. For example, your shell script is supposed to delete a particular file or directory. In case due to any reason you miss passing the right file to that delete command, you might end up deleting the files which you didn't want it to. Slow execution speed compared to other languages, and every time we execute a shell command, it a new process is launched and it may cause some performance degradation as well. So these are some of the advantages and disadvantages. Creating and executing a shell script. So, I mean, steps to create a shell script. Say you would use a VI editor. We commonly use a VI editor and create a file name with the .sh extension. For example, test script.sh. Uh, we start the script with this format, uh, hash colon bin sh. The hash colon is basically an operator which directs the scripts to the interpreter location called shebang. So this is there at the start of every shell script. So hash colon bin sh basically means that this script is directly executed by the bourne shell. Now, if I specify bash, say bin bash, this script would execute all the commands through the bash shell. So whatever commands syntax are supported in say sh shell or bash shell, this first line decides where do I send my set of commands in this script, in to which shell should I send it to. Write the required code and save the file. Now, steps to execute. So basically there are two steps. Basically there are two ways you can execute a shell script, say by using the sh command or by running the file as this dot colon test script.sh. Okay, so when you are executing sh through sh, the executable permissions are not required in most of the cases. But if you are running it like this, colon slash test script.sh, I mean it first checks for the executable permissions and then the script is executed. If you don't have if you have not given the permission, executable permission to that file, you will see an error on the screen itself. Okay, let's do some quick practicals. Okay, so we'll create our script. Say first script.sh. We will start with the interpreter, the shebang, what we saw, say bin slash sh, and hello world, right? Everyone's first program. Okay, so we are just printing hello world. Now about the execution. So now if I so let's check the permission of the command file. So it does not have the executable permission. Okay, now if I'm using the sh command, you don't need to give executable permission and you would see hello world is printed. Now if I'm trying to execute it through dot colon colon dot slash, let's see what happens. It gives you an error, permission denied. That's because it didn't have executable permission. Let's give the executable permissions, right? So I've given executable permissions here. You could see X here. We had only R read permission here, right? And now I'll be able to execute the script, right? Similarly, you can also write say set of commands or uh, you know, for example, say ls. I'll just write ls echo world and ls. Let's see what it gives, right? And say you want to know that you want to add basically a logging or a mechanism so that you know that which step you would be executing. So I would just write executing ls, right? Right, and executing ls. Ls is your list directory command, which lists all the directories in your command. Okay, so this is basically an overview, a very basic on the shell scripting, and yeah. Thank you for watching this video, and do comment in the, if you want us to uh, cover any specific topics. Thank you. Bye.